feeling a recovery, and that's why they wanted you here. So I'm glad you're here. Please, Ghanaians are watching you. That Masa Domelevo Pacho, you feel recovery, no?
Yes, you feel it. You see, the truth of the matter is that the process is a very slow and very tedious one. A lot of work is going on at the various institutions, from the Attorney General, YOCO, OSP, the police, etc. They are all involved in this. When you ask, are you satisfied? I'll say no. I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied, not because I expect that people will have been jailed by now or the monies will have been recovered by now, because I know it's a gradual process. It takes a long time.
Mr. President, your best law. What the cash Ghana for bo? Say ube make sure say nyama betuto. Adebaku Ghana for edibwa akufado. Anka first time no kra no. Nko mo ya pamono. Eni say waka say na corruption koso. Obo be prosecute a wo failure. Eti the second time wo kwa wie no say oh sir waka say asemu nyina che say wantimi anya ho hwe. What say President Mahama you corrupt ya ba be prosecute no what man prosecute no na che say atro na odi kire ye wo hu say de wo mo pamo no eyeye me masa de no bi ento eti ma wano asem no anya adwuma prosecute them.
Yeah, sure.
Operation Recovering All Loot Part 1 and 2. Yaman Penny John Dramani Mahama Eshe Ghana for Bo. Say obesi Ghana Kunyaso no nya president say Kim 2024 badia. Operation Recovering All Loot obeye adwuma.
We will launch an Operation Recover All the Loot to investigate, prosecute and recover the proceeds of corruption. No person found culpable will be spared. Abusia
eba Yaman Penny John Dramani Mahama edi sansem wi eto Ghana for anim na Ghana for nyina busi. Se samba asemo ya mampanyi John Dramani Mahama akaidie ye bona boso na no ama Mr. Daniel Yao Domelevo a waye accounting and former auditor general a wasaye yoko for board member abusia odi se bi aba betuja osi ye mampanyi John Dramani Mahama wodi no ho yaw saso na AG attorney general Dominic Ayen wodi no ho yaw pa se by 9 months there was a prosecution asa atede koso abusia sansem we Hopeson Adorye enso de ne dia aba betato episode with Abusia. Wow, we support Operation Recovery All Loot. Many beji. So be share this video. Now follow all the social media platform as VANDYKE GH. Abusia in some way my bonne tantaba pupuduo pa. Te say in some polo aya bonne bede. Me to pampa interaction media adoma to some bonne kedan e di amount. KSM and Mr. Daniel Yao Domelevo atwetwe nkomo. Enkomo na Abusia e mo dey. Na mo a we say Operation Recovery All Loot we are part of it in there. What is asking we are now? You will do pram. Maybe try to have a common. You're the best. So, all right, Abusia. Yabanani aba. Yaman Penny John Dramani Mahama. Abusia or Ghana for bo. So obey or man Penina. Just Operation Recovery All Loot. Never be obia. Edin and Saka and Diana. Bicycle could do be buton be an Abusia or Bejene back. Nani Abusia bear 9 months ni. Amount for keka say your man pay John Dramani Mahama o she Ghana for bo o say amount for diska na mo sha asenti chi omo ba ase ye chiwe ya na ase ya beli no ye chiwe ya na ase ya beli na amount for so no omo nti ase na KSM see o probi ene na ye interview na Ghana for chain me say no o hwehwe Mr. Daniel Yao Domelevo ono we former member accounting and former auditor general ono na sa ono ni say ni pa ono ni grant interviewer Ghana for ye ne beje pa na no ya hwe ni mu na KSM akohwehwe man no na gbayi a grant interview na sima man na eka no so I very disappointed about AJ Dominic Ayen attorney general why very disappointed so up to now by 9 months ni mutimi jeli obi ana nema amanfo lutu no mutimi NG mu bia dia hanopa na ma mpani John Dramani Mahama bo shala wo hye ne de ache 9 months is enough so me de mo show action abusia ye wasting my time ye kokko take KSM or Mr. Daniel Yao Domelevo Emra.
They are not feeling a recovery, and that's why they wanted you here. So I'm glad you're here. Please, Ghanaians are watching you. That Masa Domelevo Pacho, you feel recovery, no?
Yes, you feel it. You see, the truth of the matter is that the process is a very slow and very tedious one. A lot of work is going on at the various institutions, from the Attorney General, YOCO, OSP, the police, etc. They are all involved in this. When you ask, are you satisfied? I'll say no. I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied, not because I expect that people will have been jailed by now, or the monies will have been recovered by now, because I know it's a gradual process. It takes a long time. But there are some basics that must be in place to give us the assurance that we are going to win this war. Those basics, I'm not seeing them. What are those basics? One, the legal framework. It has remained largely the same. And you see, if you are going to fight corruption, and you must prove beyond reasonable doubt that the person stole money. Corruption is not done in the opening. It's not like murder, stealing, etc. that there are a lot of aggrieved persons and evidence for you to establish. Corruption is also not done by people who are as daft as me. It's very intellectual people who understand the process, who know how to use it without leaving even audit trail, who normally get themselves involved in these corrupt practices. So one will have expected that one of the quickest or the earliest legislation which will have come into place is what we call the reversed burden. Once we can establish that this vehicle or this house belongs to Daniel, and Daniel, you are a public office holder, your salary per month is 50,000. Let's assume that you save half of that every month, 25,000. It can't buy this vehicle, not to talk about the house. So now the onus now move to you to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you didn't steal public funds. That is what we are not feeling. That legal framework, which even the Constitution implies under Article 286. If you read clause 4 of Article 286, which is Assets and Liabilities Declaration, it says that between your first declaration or your previous declaration and the subsequent one, if the growth in your assets or properties are not, the growth is not commensurate with your sources of income, then we can assume that you earn that income or that asset illegally. So we expect, or I expect by now, that the Attorney General, as a matter of urgency, will have gone to the Parliament to pass a law to say, look, we can't put the proof of guilt in corruption at the same level as all other crimes like theft, murder, etc. Where at times you can see the dead body is there. We all saw you cutting him or etc. So we can prove it. But this one is white collar crime. It is difficult. So once it can be established that you have assets which cannot be explained, what we call unexplained wealth, then it means you are guilty of something. That is one. Two, the law should make it unattractive for people to engage in corruption. If you follow the news, about 2 weeks ago, not up to even 2 weeks, I think, ago, the former Minister of Agric of China was found guilty of collecting bribe and awarding contracts, etc., to the tune of about $38 million. What did they do? The most impressive thing about it is that the trial was within 3 months or so. In Ghana, this will have remained in court for God knows how long. At times, some of the cases, until Jesus comes, they are never going to finish. Within 3 months or 4, they had finished the trial. That is one of the things I thought the Attorney General should do. Put a time limit to the court.
That's what Ghanaians are worried about, because they are asking, so by the end of 4 years, how many cases could have been recovered
That is
at this
exactly
rate?
my worry also. In fact, that's why I said, if you ask me, am I satisfied? I said, no, I'm not satisfied, because I can't see the end of the tunnel, not to talk about the light at the end of the tunnel. I can't even see it. I don't even see the end of the tunnel before the light, because I know this may continue until there's a change. In fact, the prayer of the corporates and their lawyers is that there should be a change in government. Then you hear nolli prosequa and etc., and our money is gone. Okay, so I expect that this should be in place by now, so that the court will be told that, look, corruption cases, 6 months maximum, you must finish it.
Thank you.
Let me be honest with you. I would have expected that again the Attorney General will have gone to the Parliament with a bill which will have also addressed the capacity of the courts by now. He mentioned it, but I thought 9 months is a long time. He says he's going to submit I think cabinet, then to Parliament to activate the tribunals and etc. I said 9 months. Sorry for crying aloud, but 9 months gone. We knew this problem when you were in opposition.
Yeah.
So immediately you hit the road, you must start running. So by now we should have those tribunals and special courts activated. And then you talk to the Chief Justice. If there is one institution who should work 24/7, is the judiciary. We need justice. They claim justice delayed is justice denied. So why can't we go and listen to the judge after 6 o'clock? Why can't we go to court at maybe 1 a.m. and the trial goes on? Now, if you go to court, at times the lawyer speaks for 5 minutes, then they adjourn the case for the next 6 months or 3 months or whatever it is. But if we increase the capacity of the court, that is, allow Chief Justice to recruit more judges, even including part-time judges, because there are so many lawyers. Some of them can be part-time judges, okay? So that we can hear these cases with speed. I expect the law now to take so many of the discretions away, where the judge will just slap you on the back and say you go and say no more. No. Once we have embezzled or stolen public funds, we should not be talking about recovering 100%. I don't know. I heard 60%. I don't know whether the Attorney General meant collecting the 100% plus 60 or only 60%.
60 and they're happy.
If it is only 60, then my brother, what it means is that you and I can come together, go and steal about 100 billion. When they catch us, we give them 60 billion and we keep 40 billion. We'll be quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that what we should do at the minimum, and anybody who is an auditor or investigator like me knows that whatever we discover is just a small fraction of the whole thing. The investigation can never reveal everything. Therefore, the minimum you should get is the total you are able to identify plus something. The minimum should be above what you have discovered, but not below what you have discovered. So if Attorney General actually exercise discretion to put that 60%, then my dear brother is no, I disagree with him. It should not be the case. So if these things were to be in place, then the final thing that I was expecting, the criminal process again is a very slow one. And I suggested, even it is in our report, the oral report, that most of the cases require auditing because they relate to procurement and etc. They should pack all of them and give them to the Auditor General. And under Clause 8, Article 187, it says the President in the national interest can ask the Auditor General to conduct audit. So they can activate that clause of the Constitution and ask the Auditor General, do this audit. Do you know the advantage there? The Auditor General under Clause 7 of the 187 has the mandate to disallow the expenditures and surcharge. So he said, look, Mr. KSM, you didn't follow the procurement rules. You didn't do the right thing. So I've disallowed, I've surcharged. It becomes a judgment debt, more or less. So Attorney General, all that he needs to do to file a civil proceedings at the court to collect the money. That would have been faster for us. We will not be talking about 1 year. We will not be talking about even 6 months. But the procedure that Attorney General currently is using, it's going to be very difficult because the law is going, the criminal process is going to take a long time. And even when we win the case, that is, the judge rules in the state's favor that Daniel stole the money. Collecting the money also is another case. I hope you heard of the Wyoming's case. Did you hear the end of it? Do you know whether it has been fully recovered or not? So there's a Supreme Court saying that pay so much to the state. They say, okay, I'll pay, but I have only this for you. Then they say, we will sell this. They say, okay, I have this for you. So I think there's a quicker route. These are desperate times and desperate situations need desperate solutions. We must not act as usual. If we follow the laid down procedure or protocol, we may not get any results at all. We may even find it difficult to get 1% of the looted money. Not to talk about 10% of the looted money. 1% may be very difficult because the longer the process takes, the more the chance and opportunity to maneuver and put water under the bridge and do a whole lot of things. We can't be operating in the same way and be expecting different results. 9 months is not small, my brother. Before we realize we have finished the quarter of the term of President Mahama. So I think we have to change the speed at which we are moving and let people gain the confidence that things are moving and moving very fast. It begs one question. Doesn't mean they didn't prepare before coming to office or they were not ready for winning the election. If they were ready for election, I thought they should have planned all these things. So once they come to office, it will be like
hit the ground running. Everything is in place.
Exactly. If there's any frustration of mine, that is what I have. The speed at which things are being done is as if everything is normal.
It's quite interesting that everybody wanted me to get Domelevo so that you can explain to us, perhaps maybe curtail our worry that this is being done. But you are here and you're actually feeling the same thing that they are feeling. The things are kind of slow.
We're on the same boat, man. We're on the same boat. I feel exactly what they feel. In fact, I don't know if my feeling is even more than theirs. Because when I look at the quantum of money that we should recover and the speed, the snail speed at which we are moving, I'm like, when are we going to get there? We may not get there. So I am pleading with the Minister of Finance, I'm pleading with the President, I'm pleading with the Attorney General. They should change the modus operandi. We should change it. We can't be business as usual. Let's move. Let's get to the judiciary and tell them that we need more courts. Sorry, why do we have a room which is used only 8 hours in 24 hours a day?
That's a good question.
So when you have finished your term, after 8 hours, go. He comes in, another 8 hours, then I come in 8 hours. It means we have increased the capacity of the judiciary 3 times.
So, folks, basically, the 24-hour economy should start with the judiciary.
Exactly.
The judiciary should be operating 24 hours around the clock. Trying these cases, let's move it.
Except that they are not serious telling us that justice delayed, justice denied. They have been telling us that if they really mean it, then I think they should think outside the box. They would say that, where are we going to get the personnel? There are several lawyers in Ghana. Some don't even get cases to handle. They should recruit them either full-time or part-time and put them into the courtrooms. Even lay people are at times engaged as magistrates, is that not it? So we can do that to address the issue.
And then the court should run 24 hours. But you can't.
And not only 24 hours, but with time limit. That within 3 months or 6 months, you must finish the case. In fact, we should legislate that to stop this issue of appeal. Wait, when we finish the verdict, you can appeal all the things that you think were not right. But they use appeals to delay the process. Because you say is, you say no, it should not be is, it should be worse. You say no, it is is. Then okay, let's appeal. Then we go to court and say this grammar, can you correct it for us? Court of Appeal say no, we think it is is. You say no, it's not good. We are going to Supreme Court. So at times you see,
so that can stall the whole procedure.
Of course, for several months. I think those who are in leadership, especially the president and the minister, they should understand us. That they are there to serve us, they are not there to serve themselves. And this is what we, the people, we think, is that it is like business as usual, and if it is business as usual, then we are never going to get there. We must have to change and make significant change, so that there will be lifestyle audit, a reversal of burden, internal auditing, external audit, etc. They all come in, and then we can all be happy that, oh, we are getting somewhere.
Abusia, KSM and Mr. Daniel Domelevo and Yakwati or Monkabaya, what seem say. Kaya come say, Attorney General, any man penny don't money, money lawyers for what things and we 6 months too far to do. Try to say, catch by 3 months, 6 months, then can some year digital support to park goes 9 months in Yacharudo. Was also check here, China, a great minister, ya Okodiski. And the general just a pack and you dealing as we are prosecuting at say, Yamana, death sentence. It is a Kabaya 9 months, your man penny track news. achare do operation recovery all loot nke be ya kaja 24-hour economy na odi share so kabana ke nsia se ke bi ko 8 hours the next 8 hours e bi so akọ the next 8 hours e bi so akọ na ke ya bobbo ne so to na ka manfo ma yewi anema ma dis ka bi ni adane ke achechi bi ma jeli bi mu ehu de yere na ke hu atoye because nema yere edile the way we see promise Ghana yes output na yere o de ba busua Hopeson Adorye eso di se bi aba betuja na ensema Mr. Daniel Yaw Domelevo Bömbshell ono so abribi aba be peso say ye mampanyi John Dramani Bahama woni attorney general abusua yi mo che mo keka mo
Mr. President ya besro what the cash Ghana for bo say we be make sure say me betuto ade ba ku Ghana for edidwa akufado anka first time no kra no nko mo ya pam no eni say woka say na corruption koso oba prosecute awo failure eti ni second term ko wie no say oh sir waka sa se mu nyina che say wantimi anya ho hwe wo say president Mahama e corrupt ya ba be prosecute no wantimi man prosecute no na che say tro na odi kire ye wo hu say de wo mo pamo no eyeye me masa de no bi ento eti ma wano asem no anya aduma prosecute them
yeah sure
prosecute them
yeah sure
mema obi nkonkotena se na asofo no ba bo mudi wa bonjen ehimfo no ba fo mudi to abonjen montimi a mo frɛ ye de beto abonjen so mu jani o mo ye no ye nyina ye se pese build this country so amanfo wie sika anda yesu wo ho ye chini pa no so a mo se ye ntiase ade na mo chichi wo mo ne ye kaka ho ye be ye dan me build this country so ye besre ora investigations o mo aye eni adwuma mo ye nyina ye make sure say court na ye ko no ye bibia ye solid ye bibia ye solid eti ye besre
busia Hopeson Adorye ne kote ne kaba ye se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama oni attorney general moche munyana mo prosecute nkofo na afi yehu asumye dey ndwe so hwe no obi obesum obi se obi bira se ya ahemfo se ya sofo so omla no me pache so muso se mbebo ni pani bia moda mo kan kire no ono betre tv so nsuru bia obubudi abusia ensem mo yimsi se wani je ho dia ene share video wi na ma afoforo enya bi hwe for all the social media platform at VANDYKE just subscribe to YouTube page no anytime be able to drop latest update on sa kameda ase Magraheb.